everybody. Today we're here in Blairsville, Georgia, where they have their monthly car show, and hasn't begun yet. We got here a little early, hoping to catch a few cars as they're arriving. So anyway, we're going to try to let a few more get gathered in here, and we're going to walk around and see who showed up. We'd love for you to join us. Hopefully you've watched some of the videos before. Hopefully you enjoy them. If you do, we'd really appreciate it if you'd give them a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. But I'm going to try to catch a few more coming in, and then we'll go take a look around and see who's here. All right. Okay, several cars have showed up now, so we're going to walk through here and take a look and see who came in today. As you can see, they're all under these stalls. This is actually the local farmers market. And earlier today, all these stalls were filled with produce. Now they're filled with classic cars. So anyway, let's go take a look. Okay, now here's a Dodge Challenger Hellcat. And they're not that unusual. There's a lot of them on the road now. But what makes this one unusual is this one is a convertible. And as far as I know, Chrysler Corporation or Dodge didn't actually make a drop top. I don't know if they contracted and had this done. I think there's companies out there that do this. But it is rare to see this in a convertible. And they show it too there. It actually says drop top there on the quarter panel. And there's that Hellcat decal. Here's just a nice clean little Chevy pickup truck. I guess around 2000 or so. Maybe a little later than that. But anyway, they're starting to become collectibles. They're starting to disappear on the streets, especially in this condition. Here's an old amphibia car, and as you know, you can drive them on the street or you can drive them into the lake. You can actually go to Walt Disney World, and for a fee, they will actually take you out in the lake and drive you around in there at Walt Disney World down at the island. Now, since this is a car and a boat, it has to have the safety features for both. And I'm not that familiar with the boats, but I do see it has the lights here and one in the back, which I'll show you in a minute. Okay, and here it is from the back. You can see the exhaust comes out right there. But if you look underneath, let me see if I can zoom up. There are propellers under the car there that propels it in the water. You can see it has the boat light there on the top. It's got fins similar to like a 57 Chevy or something in the late 50s. But yeah, these are unusual little cars. Yeah.
And it has PTL. And then, I don't know if you looked under.
Yeah, I did. I looked at the propellers down there. Here's a Dodge Cornet 500, probably mid to late 60s, I guess. There's a 66. And it is for sale. Number 706-897-9171. And it's, I can tell you from standing here looking at it, it's a really nice car. Got those 500 wheels, I think, on there. Here's a 1970 Chevelle wagon, and it really looks good. They got Super Sport badging on there. I don't think they actually made a Super Sport station wagon, but I could be wrong. So don't hold me to that. But looks like he's dressed up the engine compartment here, made a few modifications. Really a nice grocery getter, which is what it would have been back in the day, in family car. Even added some cup holders that would not have been there in 1970. The luggage rack, and he did add the cowl induction hood there. There's a 2012 Mustang Chevy GT500. And look at that engine packed in there. That is a lot of engine in there. It's got that low profile supercharger. That really looks good. There's a 69 Plymouth Roadrunner backing in here. Here's a 2006 Mustang GT. It's really good shape to be 2006 model, but on the side stripes it's got GT 300. Which I'm not familiar with that. I don't know if that means it just didn't quite make it to the GT350, or if this is a designation Ford had, or what. I've never seen that before. GT GT 500 as I showed just a minute ago. It's got these factory Ricardo seats in here. There's that 69 Roadrunner that just pulled in there. I don't know if that's the 440 or 383. I'm thinking it could be the 440. Look at this little yellow coupe here with the flame job on it. The engine looks really good packed in there, doesn't it? Okay, here's something you don't see. It's a little Morse Minor station wagon. Crank handle here in the front that actually looks like a tire tool, but you know, look at the little baby engine that's in this thing. Tiny little thing.
We got some Chick-fil-A's. We got
Here's a little Nash Metropolitan.
We have got
They build a lot of these things because you see them. Actually, this one says Hudson today. Well, I think maybe they were the same company at one time, or they may have merged years ago. I've always known them as Nash. Here's a square body, still in really good condition, it looks like. Got it lifted a little bit. Here's another GT 500 Chevy Mustang. I'm not sure the year model on it. This is like a mid-60s Ford pickup, I'd say, mid to late. More cars are still showing up down through there. 2019 Challenger RT Scat Pack. And here's a 66 Chevelle SS. The only front is sticking out in the sun, but you can tell there's really heavy metal flake on that right there. Yeah, if it was on the sun, this thing would really be glistening right now, but just under the sheds here, so only the front end sticking out. Look how the engine compartment's all clean and chromed out in here. Really nice. Well, this mid-60s Chevy truck looks like it's ready to race.
Okay, everybody listen up for a minute. We've been trying to start in...
Got some wide tires on the back of this thing. And they have tubbed it.
Bank, you know, the trees back here. I think we have somebody, and we need to sell some raffle car tickets. They're on the $10 each, and the drawing will be in November.
Here's an old four-door Plymouth. Have no idea what year model this would be.
Tickets over here next to me.
Yeah, looks at the window tag. It's actually a 49 model. As you can see, it's still got the old flathead in here.
We've got Chick-fil-A sandwiches, drinks.
Here's a little MG, and it's definitely an older one. As you can see, it's got the British flag there on the engine cover there.
So y'all remember that. We'll try to get an update on when registered your car. Come on up, it don't cost anything. So y'all, the first one is...
Here's a 65 Ford Mustang.
Remember that. Come on over.
It's a nice little pony car, kind of a burgundy looking red with that silver cove or inset there in it. See his valve covers match the paint also on there.
Coming up, members, to come by and sign up, maybe.
Okay, here's a 57 Chevrolet. I think it's a 150 trim on that. I heard that engine run a while ago and it sounded really good. Oh, we got dark blue right there on that old Chevrolet. I like the way those hoods look like wings there when it's opened up like that. Kind of looks like a bat in a way, looking straight on. Got a small block in here. It's been chopped. Here's a Chevrolet Monte Carlo. You see more and more of these showing up now at car shows. This one appears to be stock for the most part, from just appearance-wise. Okay, here's a nice 69 Camaro. Got the RS badging on there, which would include those hideaway headlights. Those stripes and everything, they'll make it look like a Z28. The stripes and the spoiler. You got a dual gate shifter in here. Okay, now this is a 36 Dodge. It's a good looking car right there. Look at the size of the trunk on this thing. Huge. Now he has upgraded the engine on this from when it was new. Still has a flat head, as you can see. It's got a Offenhauser intake with two barrels. I would imagine what they are. Guess this was like a mid-60s Ford pickup truck. Still got the dish hubcaps on it. The bed on this thing's really in good condition. This big old four-door Cadillac. Yes, is this very late 50s maybe? And there's my wife. There is a leg hanging out of the trunk of the Cadillac here. I don't know if I should be concerned.
Yeah, you become there.
The bright yellow on this coupe right here. And this is actually a Pontiac. I have a yellow Camaro convertible. It's just a newer 2017. But I wish my paint was this bright of a yellow.
Well, they just got special parking for you there.
Got the chieftain head stitched into the back of the seat. You don't see a lot of the Pontiac street rods. This is nice. It's good to see them. Here's a two-tone Chevrolet coupe. Again, don't know what year model it is. Probably late 30s, maybe. It has aftermarket gauges in here. Here's a newer Hellcat. Here's a Roush Mustang. When you see the name Roush on there, you know it's been modified just a little bit. See, there's a supercharger on there. It's got Roush and Ford Racing on embedded on there too. So they used to have like a stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. I don't know if they still do that or not. It is a nice car though. Look, they even got a car seat in the back. That's great that they're breaking their kids in right. It doesn't say turbocharged. It says Roush charge there on the hood. Pretty neat to be a new vehicle because you know it's got a lot of power and probably handles just great. Okay, here's a Mustang. It says it got Shelby GT striping on the side there. Take a look at this 68 Camaro right here. Isn't that fixed up nice? You got that big block in there. 2 full barrels sitting on top. It's really chromed out. Here's a Chevy Malibu in bright red. It says it's a 64 model. And he's got a smaller supercharger on here with 1 full barrel. So 383. So I guess it's a stroker engine there. He has shaved the door handles, I see there. He's probably got remote opening. Well, those black stripes really jump off of that bright red. Here's a 79 Corvette, and it actually has the window sticker in the window. It was $13,000. And around this time period, I actually worked at a Chevrolet dealership as a mechanic. And back then, that was a lot of money. This one looks like it has survived pretty well. And it is a manual transmission. Yeah, cars are still coming in. There's a lot of cars showing up for this show today. And over here's a little Mercury Comet. Sister to the Ford Falcon, or cousin, however you want to say. They're related to the Ford Motor Company. But looks like original style interior. It does have a manual transmission in the Ford. It does have a V8. Mid to late 70s Camaro here. Got the Z28 badging on it. I just showed you this Comet and looked over here, and sure enough, here sits a Falcon. And they're very, very similar. As you can see, the body lines are on the side. I think they're 2 different year models though. This one's a 65. Let's see if I can find what the blue one is. The blue one here is a 64. And the red Falcon is a 65. Got the old style slots on there. Really clean interior. Here's a 33 Ford Coupe in bright yellow. Yeah, if I know what a car is or if it's labeled, I try to tell it, because there's a lot of younger people who are coming up who don't know what these cars are. And well, I've also got people who watch from other countries that these cars aren't available there and they don't know what they're looking at. So I try, if I can, to identify it. And I don't always do that correctly, but I do try. But that is a nice looking car right there. Look at the step back there. It's got a rumble seat, I imagine. Yeah, that's a rumble seat for maybe younger people or people from other countries. This back part opens up and there's actually a seat where you can sit in the back, and you step here and up on the fender there to get into the seat back there. They don't build those anymore. You're just kind of exposed to the elements out there too. Here's like a 64, 65 Chevy El Camino. This one says 426 Hemi, and I think I have seen this car before someplace, but I can't even remember exactly where, but I do remember this 426 Hemi badging they've got on the side there. Got custom dash and interior in here. Even got the racing seats. There's a little T-Bird here from the mid-50s. I think they made these little ones 55 through 57s, and there is differences in them. I know some years have the portholes and some don't. I know the trunk's longer on some years, but I can't remember which. It's a really clean little car though. It's a good shop because here's the old T-Bird, and this newer T-Bird is based off of the older model there. See the old scoop on the old one and what they placed on the new one here, and same fender styling here. This it's changed drastically, but still you get the idea. This particular one is a 57. And I think this little square box right here, I think that's actually an air vent to get some air inside the car there. Now, if you do ever come to the cruising here, which is a pretty good one, they do have food, which you've probably heard the announcer talking about it, but over there they're serving up some hamburgers and hot dogs, and I think they said they had Chick-fil-A sandwiches, so there is food available. Okay, here's a 1931 Ford, and it looks like it's just been restored very well. I mean, probably better than new. There's the old flathead engine in there, and it does have a rumble seat.
It's from 9 a.m. to 9.
And there's for your trunk back here on the back.
Big cars, be some planes, be some antique. Let's go.
Here's a little Mazda Miata. Sporty little car.
Trailer that we pulled behind it.
I heard this guy come in a while ago. This is like a 66 or 67 Chevy 2 Nova. But he was really rumbling when he came in. It says it is a 67 model.
We do have a donation jar sitting on the table at the registration.
Here's a 69 Camaro, and I think that's the Hugger Orange, which would have been one of the original colors you could get on this car. But this little S10 right here, that is not an original color for it, but it really looks good on there. He's dropped a small block in here, which you couldn't have got that small block V8 in this vehicle either. I think you either had to have a 4-cylinder or a 6-cylinder. But again, I could be wrong. I don't know everything, trust me. But it is really neat seeing it in there. It's a nice looking truck. He's tubbed it out back here. Got these big wide tires on the back. And this 69's got 427 badging on there. I think we looked at a Mazda Miata a few minutes ago. I think this one's a little bit older than the other one. And this got that dual overhead cam, which was something probably back during the time this was built. It's a 1990 model, it says. This is a 1956 Ford Fairlane. It's a Victoria model, but this is really a clean car. Looks all original underneath the hood there. It looks all original inside also. This is really nice. I like this a lot. Has the Continental kit back there. Familiar with these bumper caps on this. It looks like it extends up really high. I hadn't seen that very much on these. Well, y'all, that's about it for today. I really enjoyed looking around here at Blairsville at the car show today, And a lot more cars showed up than I thought would be here, and I did not even get to all of them. I spent too much time enjoying looking at the cars, and yeah, I think we met some new people here today, so that's always a good thing. But again, thanks for watching. If you hadn't subscribed, we would appreciate if you would subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up, tell your friends about us. But hopefully we'll catch you in another video. Until then, may God bless you, and bye.
Go.